Yeah, hello, welcome back. Today I have a 2 wide hidden staircase and it's pretty fancy. So here's a pretty normal looking house. If you come over to this lever right here, which is, I don't know, it's supposed to be the sink, but you could do a better job of hiding this. It'll open up a secret staircase. You can come down here, do whatever it is you do in your basement. If you don't want people to follow you, you can close it right back up. And then, you can keep your diamonds and stuff secret. Press the button again, it'll open back up, leave it, and then hit the lever to close it back up. And I also tried to make it as sink as possible. And I don't know about you guys, but I think that the animation looks absolutely stunning. Okay, so here's my staircase. It's not the prettiest thing in the world, but it's not that big either. It does get the job done pretty well. It's 4 blocks tall, or 5 if you include the floor, and it is only 4 blocks from the center on each side. So yeah, it's really easy to build. I know it looks kind of scary right now, but trust me, this is super easy to build. But before we begin, I just want to say that there's a few issues. It isn't seamless. Some of this, I know this will bother some of you, but you have to have the piston here and it will show. So that's kind of ugly. I do have another version that covers this completely so you don't see any pistons, but I'll make that in a different video because it's a lot harder to build. So another thing is you have to have blocks here. It cannot be stairs, so you can't continue it. But I don't think that's too bad of an issue because what you can do is repeat the same pattern, go down 3, and then build the floor like that, and then just continue that. Because I think that looks pretty good still. Yeah, that still looks pretty good to me, but it's up to you guys. So let's just jump into it. Okay, so this should be everything you need. Of course you need stairs and normal blocks, and then you'll have to dig out a hole. So here I have a hole that is 14 by 8. It doesn't actually need to be this big though, because the door itself is only 10 by 5. I just dug it a little bit bigger so you guys can see what I'm doing a lot easier, because it's kind of hard to show you guys without having room. Ooh, also it has to be 5 blocks deep, because this is where your floor will be. So the top of the staircase will be like here, let's say, and then it'll go 4 blocks underneath where that is. To start off, you're going to want to pick a direction in which your staircase goes. I'm going to have mine face in this direction, and it'll go down just like this. So it's a total of 3 steps, and then there's a floor. So it'll look like that, and then if you want to continue it, it just keeps going like this. So this is where the center, or this is the first block of the staircase, pretty much. I'm going to remove these for now, and what I'm going to do is go 2 blocks underneath those stairs, and have a sticky piston facing straight up, just like that. Okay, so now we're going to build this layer by layer so that it's really easy for you guys to follow, and I think this is the easiest way to show you guys how each circuit works. So what we're going to do is go to the back side of where these 2 staircases are, right where these pistons are, put down 4 blocks, and have 2 repeaters facing into the center. And you're going to put redstone dust like that, go to the back of where the repeaters are, put 2 blocks like this, and then you can remove this one, blocks like that, remove the bottom one, then have another repeater pointing towards the block with the repeater pointing away from it. And then one more time, except you don't need the second block here. We're just going to put another block right behind the repeater. This part is kind of hard to show because I don't really have room to build, but what you're going to do is go to the left side here, and then you're going to put a target block diagonal to this because we're going to have a redstone torch and on top of it. And diagonal to this, you're going to put blocks all the way across until you reach where this, or right underneath this repeater right here, then you'll stop. And you're going to put another block diagonal to that. Then you're going to have a repeater, or a redstone torch here, then another one here. This is what it looks like from this side. I don't know, this is what it should look like if you just look at the very front row. It's kind of hard to show because I just don't have space. But then you're going to have a repeater point into this redstone torch, set on 4. Then you're going to go over to where this target block is, 1 block away, have another repeater there, and then connect this with redstone dust here. Okay, so we're done with the front layer, which is the blue one. But for the blue circuit itself, we're not actually done. This part's a little bit tricky. You're going to find the side with the target block. This should be the left side. And then we're going to go to where this repeater is, 1 block behind it. You're going to put a block here, oops, and then here. Connect that with redstone dust, just like that. Now from where this block is, you're going to put a block here and another 2 in front of it. Take a repeater from where this redstone dust is, repeater set to 4 pointing that way, and then 2 redstone dust in front of that. Now you're going to go to the left, put a block here, and a block here. You're going to put redstone to the left, have a repeater pointing towards the back, set to 4, another one here, and then you're going to put a block between the 2 repeaters, just like that. Okay, and that is the blue circuit. Now the reason I had you build this is because then we can test it. If you go to where the blocks with the repeaters are, you can put a normal piston just like that. These should extend. Go to the opposite side, put 2 pistons like that. Make sure they're normal ones. And then if you put in your floor blocks right here, and then have a lever, go to the opposite side. Pretty much anywhere this redstone line is, you can just put a lever anywhere there. And then flick it, and if it does this, then you know it's working. Okay, now we're going to move on to the next layer, which is this one right here. And so we're going to go to the left side where the target block is. We're going to place a block on the left of it and a block diagonal to it. Take redstone dust, place it there, it should be on. Also make sure the door is with the staircase on top right now and not with the blocks. Then you're going to take a repeater, put it on top of this blue block, just like that, and you hold shift, you can place a block on top of this repeater, so it'll look just like that. We're going to go to this side, and we're going to do a very similar thing. We're going to go to where this torch is and put a block to the right of it, so that we can have redstone dust. As you can see, it connects like that. Put a block in front of the dust, and then we're going to have a block diagonal to this with a repeater pointing towards the center, and like before, you have another block in front of that repeater. Okay, so we're almost done with the second layer. So what you're going to do is go to the right side of the door. This is the opposite side of where the target block is. You're going to go back to where these blocks are. Underneath, kind of build diagonal, if you can see it just like that, underneath this block. We're going to have redstone dust here. Then diagonal to this block, we're going to have a target block so that the redstone points like that. Now on the right of the target block, we're going to place a block here and another one diagonal. That's because we're going to have your repeaters. Place one here pointing to this block and one on top of the target block pointing towards the center. And that's actually the entire second layer. Take out your sticky pistons, place them here. Take your normal pistons, place them on top of the block. They will extend like this. And then on the opposite side, then you know what to do. Put 2 blocks here and then your staircase there. And that's actually both layers done. And you can test it to see if it works. Okay, and for the last 2 layers, they're kind of combined, so I can't really show you them working until we finish building it all together. So what you're going to do is find out where this target block is again, put down 2 blocks like that, and another 2 on the right. Then you're going to put 2 repeaters pointing towards the center, and then redstone dust right behind it. Do this on this side, except you don't need the extra blocks, because we can just attach repeaters straight to it, and then it'll look like that. Set the ones on this side with the target block, the 4. And then you're going to take a block, place it here and here, and then whatever the floor is made out of, place it like that. Now what you're going to do is take out your normal pistons, find out where the green blocks are, which is just like that. You can place down two normal pistons, and then on the same on this side, you'll see that these will extend, of course. Take your blocks out. Actually, this time have a sticky piston instead of blocks here, and then have your staircases like normal. And then if I hit the lever in the back, you can see that they are extending, except they don't have the blocks on top of them yet. Okay, so I actually forgot to show you guys that you actually need 4 redstone lamps for this door to work. I forgot to put in the item list earlier, but you're actually going to take them and place them just like that, right next to the pistons in the far back. So it'll be symmetrical on both sides and look like that. Then you're going to take your observers and have them face straight up into the redstone lamp on the far back. Do this on both sides. Oopsies. And just one, like that. And we're going to go to the side with the target block now. Place a block here, and have a repeater underneath the observer, set on 2. Now you're going to go to this side, and underneath this piston here, you'll have a normal piston facing towards the back. This is, when it extends, it'll power this observer. Now you're going to go stand in the center of the staircase, from where these redstone lamps are, 2 observers facing towards the center. Copy on this side. Take your sticky pistons, face them towards the center again in front of the observers. And then on the far one, you're going to have another one just like that. You'll see that there's a little hole for it, so that you make a little L. And if you hold shift above the repeaters, you can have another 2 sticky pistons just like that. Take your blocks out, place them in front of the sticky pistons, and hit the lever. Because we are actually completely done with the staircase. Okay, so before I go, I'm going to show you guys how to connect this together. I'm just going to remove some space here so that I have room to work. You guys should probably too. And I'm going to put a repeater pointing into any 3 of these blocks down at the bottom, just like that. Put a redstone block on the back of it. You can see that. Then you could put this in any direction, it doesn't really matter. But you're going to have a sticky piston facing either to the right or the left of it. So I'm going to put it on the right side. And then let's say I have a button. Let's just say I have a button here, right? I'm going to connect it somehow. Just by building a little ladder thing just like that. I actually forgot. We actually need to do one more thing before that. We're going to have a sticky piston 2 blocks back and an observer facing towards this piston. Then you're going to connect the button to that far back one. I forgot to do that first. So let's just see if I can find a way to do that. Okay, that should connect it. So when I press this button here, you can see that the far back piston extends. Far back piston extends and then retracts. And when I press it, it'll open and close the staircase. And I know it's kind of a janky way, but I'm sure you guys can figure it out if you're already building such a complicated door in the first place. Now if you have another button on the inside, let's just say this is on the inside of the staircase, we're going to do the exact same thing. Just going to connect it up and point it into that piston, or back one with the observer. And there you go. That is our hidden staircase. Thanks for watching.